as a group. You have a very tight schedule. You just flew in from the States this morning, I think. Aren't you all very tired?
Well, yeah. But, I mean, that goes with the territory. That comes with the job.
Yeah.
You know, and,
don't you think it's too exhausting? Because I see it on Facebook. You have a tour, then 2-3 days off, then another tour.
yeah. So, yeah, it can really get old fast, but it's what we do. So, you know. And then you got to think about, keep in mind the fact that even though we leave our loved ones at home, which is our happiness, we bring happiness to a lot of other people. So,
that's right.
you know, and that's a result of us having the gifts that we have. So it's all good. I still ask Rico what he feel about that difference between the first and the second record.
Yeah, I will.
Because his opinion is important on that.
Okay.
On the first record.
Yeah.
No, with the difference of the first and second record, well, like Cyril said, you know, we basically, you know, the way I heard about it was, you know, I heard about the project and I kind of got the songs, but we met literally face to face in the studio, and you know, one of the guys was there, and we basically recorded 2 songs, just me and him, you know. So, but you knew right away that this was going to be a band, a force to be reckoned with. It's going to be, you know, something that's going to be around for a while. You know, it felt so good just organically, you know, without thinking about it, without knowing, you know, what we were going to do together. We knew. By the second record, you know, we had went out and paid dues, learned grooves, you know, got to, you know, play together. Ironically, a lot of the album was written in Norway, of Heart, Soul, Blood. And I mean, it's a sign of a real band there. They're both are great records, and you know, I'm just honored to be a part of both of them. And now we got a new man, and we're working on, you know, the new flavor, and it's gonna like change the whole band is gonna evolve into another level again. Yeah, it's gonna be really a great growth, you know, so because we have so much stuff to play.
Yeah.
You know, we have 3 records and stuff to play. You know.
You started recording the next album already?
We're thinking about. We always, you know, this is one of those bands that, you know, 2 days after we put out Heart, Soul, Blood, we was already thinking about what's next. Cyril is kind of the mind child of kind of organizing, you know, our tune matter and what we're thinking about. He's real good about it, and so yeah, we were always thinking about it, you know, and that's really actually the sign of a very progressive organization when you're thinking about moving, you know, because, you know, bands are like anything. One thing about bands, you know, it's something, but it never can stay still. It can step back, you know, but that's not what you want. You wanted to kind of move forward, and this is definitely not moving forward, but it's moving outward. You know, vocals and personalities, and you know, we're getting all the, you know, the tricks and the tools of the trades of a quintet, dynamic stuff. So, you know.
Is that maybe because you get to know each other better?
Yeah, that, and we talk, we listen together, we live together. We live together. It's something that we're not proud to admit, but sometimes I see these guys more than I see my girl, my family, you know, and we chose to do that. We are very blessed. We're anointed to get the opportunity, but in the same token, we take it seriously, trying to make new music, new sounds, trying to stretch our horizon, where all of us bring something different to the table. And you know, that gumbo, that mosh podge of music and art and culture and backgrounds, ages. Cyril's 66, I'm 59, Bart's 42, I'm 32.
Don't you give me the money.
Right, you know, so you got all this, you know, and it, you know, plus we world traveling. You know, we seeing Europe as much as we see in the United States. So we're seeing other parts of the world. So all that goes into the music, you know, people's response. And so I mean, I'm excited about what's been went down on the first record. It was amazing. It was on the second record, truly amazing, because I also got the honor of painting the cover. It's my painting the front and the back. So we all put something. I got something else to do with that, and now we're on the third. Wow, man, come on. So. Right, that's right. I mean, we are that kind of organization. You know, the way Sly Stone was, the way Earth, Wind and Fire was, the way the Neville Brothers, the way all these bands that we love and admire back, usually the older bands, because that's when we really had bands. Yeah. You know, that's what they did. They were bands that wrote songs for the band. You know, the stuff that we play, even if we do a cover, it's for us. You know, we kind of do with our instrumentation, our flavor, our backgrounds. We don't force it. We kind of let it organically kind of do something. So I'm glad that, you know, I'm able to be a part of this, but I'm also glad that the world is witnessing this too, because there's a lot to witness. You know.
I've seen you guys live a few times, so it's always very exciting.
Yeah.
I think another blessing that this band has is the fact that there is this legacy of the Neville Brothers, the Allman Brothers, which was like two of the realest bands you're gonna ever encounter. And to be able to draw stuff from both of those camps and incorporate that into our show is another plus, and I think that's another one of the draws that draws people to come to the show, because it's a no-brainer that if we'd have been in a band like the Neville Brothers or the Meters or the Allman Brothers or whatever, you know your way around a stage pretty well. So, you know, people tend to understand that, you know. And the other thing in this band is that Enrico been traveling almost all of his life too. I mean, he's and the ironic part about it is I have a daughter his age. I have a son Devin's age, and another son Charlie's age.
Wow.
So, you know, and so it's like this is a big family affair. You know, it's like the proof of that is we have a new member in the band, and like there was no misstep nowhere. The music didn't suffer. I mean, obviously we were over here 3 weeks ago, and you know there was another guitar player with us. Now we back over here 3 weeks later, and the band is just as hard hitting as it was then. Maybe. Yeah, even a little.
Come on, say it.
We got a different kind of thing, a different kind of feeling going on with him on guitar, because it kind of, well, the way we put it in the hood is he came in and he put some stank on it. You know, things got a lot funkier, and you know, basically that's where I come from. I come from the Neville family, which is touted as the first family of funk in New Orleans. Okay, so we got, like I said, we got that element. We got the element of that we add certain songs from that era and from the Allman Brothers, and we turn that into stuff that, you know, when people hear it, it belongs to us then, you know, because we doing stuff now from the Meters and from the Allman Brothers and everything, and it's like,
you're making me curious now.
Yeah, it's very, I mean, it's like, that's what's so good about this whole thing, because it's a serious gumbo.
Yeah.
I mean, the element, and the root of the gumbo basically is the music. You know, and everybody's, you know, attention is on the music first. And then everything else can happen, because that's what's driving everything.
Music is first, and the rest is not so important.
I mean, the music is what got us here.
Yeah, sure. Got a question for Bart. When did you hear that they wanted someone else to fill in Mike Slick's shoes?
That started in January originally. The first initial, hey, would you be interested in this if that actually happened, was in January. And my first thing was I laughed and then said, hell yeah. and for me, that was it then, you know. And at that point, I started living life to get to this, you know.
This is how serious he is right there. He just went and got that
Quite
tattoo.
serious, yeah.
Right? I only have one yet. Maybe I gotta
Go and get you one,
That's
Rico.
awesome too. That's bad.
I know it.
That's cute.
So it's official.